Aloha friends, Amanda Russell here, and welcome to the Strategic Business Planning Crash Course, where I'll be going through the 3 rules to grow your business, specifically when you are self-employed and you've been having success offering your services, but you're really ready to expand to serve more people and earn more money. Now, you may be interested in working with me, or we're planning on working together in my one-on-one business planning package. And this short video series is a prerequisite to us working together because you will be signing in the contract that you agree to following these 3 rules. And the goal of these rules is really to give you the criteria that creates success for people in your situation. It's not to say that you have to be perfect and you can't make mistakes. That's not realistic at all. But these rules are just here to give you the information so that you can learn, kind of what I know and what I've learned from watching the successful and unsuccessful over the years. So these 3 rules for growing your business by expanding your services, I've developed from my work with large and small business owners. And as a single owner business, you are really in a unique situation because you're doing everything alone. And expanding can be a real learning process about business itself. It's required up front before we've even gotten started to agree to these rules in a little more detail. In this package, you are creating your business plan, not me. So I can't guarantee what you'll do with this information and support, but I can say that I'm confident I can help you grow to your vision if you're agreeing to the importance of these rules and that you're making an effort to understand them and incorporate their value. So that's really what it's all about. Now, these 3 rules I really created in an effort to counteract all of the reasons that business owners fail or go out of business, right? And I'll go into more detail about these situations, more specifically in the video 7 mistakes business owners make when breaking these 3 rules for growing your business. These 3 rules are really specific to self-employed business owners because I want you to think back to when you first started your self-employed business and the services you were offering. And the strategies that you used to be successful at that stage are typically not the same strategies that you want to use in getting to the next level. There are different strategies and different stages of business. In a self-employed business as a single owner, it's really about getting clear on what your truest desires are for expanding your business. That way we make sure that we're aligning with what you desire from growing your business. And that way we can be sure that the plans we make are in alignment with your truest goals. However, I want to be clear that the strategies you've used to grow the success you got from your self-employed services are typically not the same strategies that it will take to expand your business. And I walk you through this process of figuring out what your strategies actually are so that you understand those and going forward in the business planning process. Or just to give you an example so you know what I'm saying, oftentimes people will not really realize the strategy they used that got their self-employed success. And they may think that they got that success just because they offered their service, just the act of offering it. So when they go to expand, they'll plan to offer a lot of services, thinking that that's marketing, that will attract more clients. But the truth is that typically doesn't work unless it just so happened that they were strategically in alignment. but it's basing your expansion on strategy and not just having the mentality that if you offer more, people will show up. Having had that success being self-employed, it can create the wrong connection that just by offering more, success will come. And it's really not the case. It's really using strategy that brings your success. So you may not have realized that you were using a strategy, but you did, and it worked. And so understanding that as your basis will be helpful in using the strategies that take you to the next level, because we'll really want to focus on what's working and go deeper. So these 3 rules for growing your business really allow you to plan effectively, manage all the moving parts of your business confidently so that you really know your money as you go, and you're learning a system that can be applied to any business at any stage. You may have heard of the business process test, evaluate, tweak, and it's a fundamental basis for business growth. And this process is inherent in our business planning process working together, because you can see how you will be evaluating every initiative and everything you do in your business, and when you'll be doing that evaluation and when you'll be able to move on to your next ideas. So I've developed my one-on-one business planning package from my experience with small business owners, and specifically addressing the struggles that they face, and to give you the structure to plan to avoid those struggles and situations. So by using my one-on-one package, you're truly learning from the mistakes of other business owners instead of having to go through those mistakes yourself. And of course, words only teach so much. So even with these 3 rules that will summarize how to avoid those situations and mistakes, the learning will take place when we are working together one-on-one and really applying these rules to your situation. So don't feel like you have to get it all figured out. The concept of trust the process, that will be very helpful to have here. It can take time to get used to this process and the financial information and thinking and planning in these different ways. So don't be hard on yourself. I want to be clear that you will make mistakes in growing a business. Every successful business owner knows this. You will have failures along your way. You will break these 3 rules of business growth. So you don't need to feel pressure to be perfect. It's quite the opposite. Instead, all you have to commit to is really having an open mind, being open to learning and considering new and different ways of doing things. So this crash course is packed full of information that can make your business grow, but it's really when we apply these rules together to your business where the real magic will come in. The truth is, if you don't follow these 3 rules of growing your business, then I'm super limited in how I can help you achieve, because I know how critical following these rules are. So that is why I'm really choosing to be upfront about them, and to know that you're on board with identifying these 3 rules or criteria, you could call it, as important. Lastly, here I'll go through a summary of the 3 rules, and then there'll be a follow-up video on each rule. So rule number 1 is to use the business plan as a process. A lot of people, when they think of a business plan, and a lot of businesses create this business plan, and then it's really a document that sits there. Instead, that's not what it's intended to be. Okay, the business planning process is truly a process, and it's meant to be a process. You may have that document at any point in time, but it's a very dynamic process that creates an effective business plan that gets you to where you want to go. So the business planning process, using the business plan as a process, really allows you to get out ahead of your business and running your business so that you can really identify threats, cash flow issues with your plan, and opportunities, things that come up as you're going deeper, and really have a system for planning and implementing changes to capitalize on or avoid those situations. So all the reasons for business failure comes down to primarily two things. Number one, there's no real feasible planning and then commitment to implementing the plan. Instead, people are kind of all over the place. And then number two, it's the finances, right? They can't pay the bills. So the business planning process as a process addresses both of these areas directly. So using the business plan as the process that it really is to plan all aspects of your business and account for the financial, really can allow you to counter and avoid the reasons that business owners fail. And I like to take the definition of success or failure a bit further. When you think about where you want to take your business, your vision, and you imagine how that makes you feel, if you are in a place of stress, confusion, overwhelm, feeling behind, kind of frantic energy, then you're not really feeling the way you intended to feel, even if you did achieve kind of your business goals. And so that's the other thing that I think that the business planning process really addresses, and choosing to follow and use that process is that success is really getting to how you want to feel in that vision plan. And so that's something that you can do now. And just by using the business plan as a process, you're able to have constant wins along your way to that vision. So to summarize, rule one is to use the business plan as the process it's meant to be, to combine your planning and your financial management together for success. Rule number two is to commit to using and creating a strategic business plan. And what strategic specifically means for business owners who have been self-employed and are expanding services that are already working, it means going deeper into what already works. This means going deeper into your marketing, deeper into how you service your clients, and deeper into your purpose. Rule number three is acknowledging the role of your intuition, and that your intuition plays a primary role in giving you direction within your business. I truly see that mainstream business, Harvard Business Review, Forbes, they are all acknowledging that successful entrepreneurs, successful CEOs will attribute their success to their sixth sense or their intuition. And you may be wondering, yeah, but how do I really know what my intuition is? I've learned that I feel my intuition through my emotions. And I'll talk more about my recommendations for developing that in that video. All right, so just to recap, number one is using the business plan as the process that it's meant to be, to incorporate all of your planning and money management in one place, and to be updating that and using that on an ongoing basis. Number two is to commit to using strategic business planning, which means strategy, meaning going deeper into what's already working for you. Okay, and number three, that ultimately your intuition is your strongest guidance, and you hear your intuition through your emotions, and it's certainly something you can acknowledge deeper and foster. And it's certainly something I respect as well. In working with me, I certainly encourage people to foster this because it is your guidance and for your success. And in the business planning package with me, you are creating your plan. So your guidance is critically important. By understanding and agreeing to these 3 rules of business growth, you really are guaranteeing that you're going to be able to take your business to the vision that you have for it. And because you're utilizing the lessons of business owners who've come before you, who have been successful and who have failed, instead of really learning the hard way yourself. And what these 3 rules of business planning are ultimately allowing you to do is to get out ahead of your business manifestations, right? The money is the tool that allows you to reach your goals. The goal that I have for you by following these rules is that you feel empowered by money flowing through your business, that you look at your expenses as an investment, right, and evaluate your return on them. While it's very common to experience unknowns, stress, or overwhelm around your money, this has a massive impact on your creativity and how you operate your business. So intentionally recognizing that these 3 rules and the business planning package can really allow you to achieve a place of confidence and knowing in your business that you may have not even experienced so far in your business as you move forward growing. That's my goal for you. So thank you so much for watching this introduction, and I look forward to seeing you in the next 3 videos.